Many WWE fans naturally assumed that Roman Reigns' victory over Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 38 would mean more appearances from the Tribal Chief on Raw. WWE decided to run a winner-takes-all bout between Reigns, the Universal Champion, and Lesnar, the WWE Champion, at WrestleMania 38, with the winner becoming the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Reigns went on to win the match, but he's made very few appearances on WWE's flagship program. It doesn't sound like that's going to change at all over the next few months, either. Speaking on today's edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, @tipwrestlinginc.com, Dave Meltzer reported that Reigns is only scheduled to appear on Monday Night Raw once throughout the summer. The only time Reigns is going to be on Raw is the Raw from Madison Square Garden, Meltzer said. That's his only Raw booking, the only time the champion will be on Raw pretty much the whole summer. That show will be held on July 25th. It's also the final edition of Raw before the marquee SummerSlam 2022 pay-per-view, which will run 5 days later at Nissan Stadium, home of the NFL's Tennessee Titans, in Nashville, Tennessee. As previously noted, Reigns recently signed a new WWE deal which features less working dates. Not only has he been mostly absent from Raw since the victory over Lesnar at WrestleMania 38, but the 37-year-old doesn't work SmackDown on a weekly basis anymore. It also appears as though Reigns won't be working the upcoming Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which will run on July 2nd at the upcoming MGM Grand Garden Arena pay-per-view in Las Vegas, Nevada. WWE announced last month that the venue was being moved from Allegiant Stadium in Paradise, where the NFL's Las Vegas Raiders play, to the arena in Vegas. What's next for Roman Reigns? The Tribal Chief is set to defend the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Riddle on this week's edition of SmackDown. If Riddle loses, he will never be able to challenge for the title again as long as Reigns is the championship holder. Furthermore, it has been reported that Reigns will defend the title against another top star, Randy Orton, at SummerSlam.